Some people claim that when you put something in a box and you take a different person who doesn't exist and try to put them in the same box, but you get a different result, a different time. And you relate it to something that you claim matters so much that someone participates in behavior where they say that someone can't get respect for something that they claim is not in the league or not real, but they slander people, saying that after I put my YouTube post, I can't see something that's content frame that is outside of the image of this device, and I can't relate it to the difference of the title of that content to what was when the lady went out downstairs, to one person to plurals, and one event to plurals event, to 1 month and calendar time event, to one plurals different year, and 2 people from 2 events in 2 different years. Before my mom came out, before this video was started, after the content, what would be the 2 connections of 2 things that could relate to the image of or sound or alphabet in the video, or arrangement of items that are not present that I could arrange in a way that means something to what's in front of me and how it relates to the Word of God and the history of God's people, the history of angels, that relate to the image of what was inside of the feeling of me related to my booty yesterday in the video, of how it relates to how I found those thoughts and the plurals of numbers without a human, or an image without a sound in the video that collects the object of those thoughts and the shape of how it affects my human form and the content of that human form in whatever format is available that wouldn't be available if I got kicked out or couldn't have a place of safety outside of any content that could be arranged in a way that looks like a home, an apartment, a number that I can't relate to property or things that I buy, that someone might be naked, or someone might say there's a different controller of events on 2021, February Friday, that they say can't be distinguished from the order in one video. It could be a new night of 1,000 nights, but it could be a new video in a list, a format of a system where it could be arranged different than a calendar, different than a day of the world, different than a social relation, to where that information will be put to mean something and where it will be put to not mean something, and where it be arranged to reflect its meaning, and where it will be not arranged to affect the boundary of the frame of that phonetic that could be completely different than the device recording 1,000 spirits. Of how when I get a stinky in my image, after tonight I put a post about a certain perfection in my tablet with my phone there. And if I had something outside of the image, I wouldn't know that it was God, because it would be in one box, in one frame, when God could show me different things. But how would I know if there's no image? If the Bible talks about a video being in a book, and a book being in a device, and the words being inside, where there could be a different time without the image, but the image won't be in the same box as someone else or some other thought that is outside of a different arrangement associated to the time before that image, and time before that image after the time after that image is not associated with any other thing that is not associated with the image, but still from the same soul or art that is separated from the reality of people who are not present when this behavior video and this date is just like 2017 or years before. It's not connected to someone who claims that they want to attack an image to try to murder people because they claim it's not true. That image of something hot will be in a box that's not associated with something that someone claims can't be represented as someone's belief in God or someone's belief about someone saying it's not true that someone can achieve something that they claim is not real. When I have my post right here, they claim that I can't prove my post because they claim it's not in a time frame or a date that is associated with how it might relate to something that someone claims can't be identified in the order that it existed, and how it could relate to something different than that image and the content of the image. The recorder tries to find that image, but the recorder also has different information of employment, job, health, life, music that wouldn't be associated to the date this device was released and the way that it will be manufactured to this day, and the image that doesn't connect to that one item, a hammer, a ladder, a blanket, a piece of a bird, a toilet, or a sink, and things that might be in a different frame of something that might relate to a young man's belief in sports, athlete, nights in the city, nights in Germany that might be a different age, or someone who might not be from an old city in a certain age, 2030, 2040 calendar of different arrangement of grandmas and people in a different era or different presidency, or fathers in a different mayor, or governors in a different child outside of whatever city or state that relates to those behaviors, outside of a collection of things of humanity, outside of a God, in a different nation or church, in a different time of things that is not in the same era as humans who try to use media online to try to hide and not associate socially to those people that relate to their life, when they try to get a relation off of my city and my state of history related to my TCL, Lincoln, Walmart. Before this Sunday is going to be the last Sunday in this month, because there's going to be one more Sunday in this month, because it's the 7 times 3 is 21, 81 is 9 times 9, so there must be something like a 6 times 6, or 3 times 3, or 9 times 9, and multiply 6 times 4 times 6 times 4, and you would get a combination of the decibel, not the teenager, and 20, 30, 5 ring, 4 date, 5th year, 1-0 out. So that's why when it's Carnegie and Pinocchio and Dumbo and the Whale, it kind of relates to how people are not always put in the same economical box of things, but people try to make a collection on people's mind. But what if this list of things has characters that reflect my belief? Before I made the post about the collection, before, when the title was can't be in the video, it doesn't relate to that transaction of information, where it would be a different emotion, would be outside of the box, where the connection of the next thing that happens after that is related to how it's uploaded, only if it's inserted in a way that it could relate to a human depiction of when I was before 2008, when I was 13, would be a different time than the good season before. A combination of my nails and my beard has a certain sideline, but it looks different in the video than it looks in real life. So a man who cuts his beard, it might put a stinky on a video, but the image that the video doesn't capture might be a philosophy or a depiction of a painting of a connection to what doesn't exist and how it relates to the real world in someone's life that's not related to a media that doesn't exist or can't be in a property associated with a different human who claims that they don't have a view at a time they didn't exist, but they claim they're trying to get respect, stalking people because they claim other people can't say, hey, what if I don't want to fear you? What if I don't want you to not relate to a tribe of social of a time? You claim you're stalking people because you're offended that you couldn't be in secret at a time you can't get a life. And I had my first job when I was 15. I was in college by the time I was 17, building in the rights in America. Some people can't even even be those rights because they're not light-skinned and nice complexion related to Muslim identity. So that's why some people have to keep an eye on you socially, not just saying we're going to take your rights. Americans don't persecute people, they fight for rights. So what if they said we're going to study you or we're going to give you a resource that Americans see what's done with a resource that relates to a boy's belief was born American, bro. You don't have to teach me the rights that my forefounder was invested in the spirit of relation of the character of God, bro. Simplicity. You don't have to act like you from Africa or some Muslim who don't have no identity thinking that it's me. I get my rights, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. A real man knows the difference. I would know one little difference in a girl, one little difference, and I would know the difference of what God has in the image of mine outside of a different stingy of that and the association of the different type of characters around that stingy and the different type of appropriation of the reality of the image of God associated with that domain and thoughts that might come on a video that already has a different thing, because if I do a snap, it's like a different format. So all those formats connect in the video outside of whatever type of connection that relates to how just because two things is in a different part in the video, it's all connected. So I would never see, depending on the format of my platform, I would never see if something connects outside of the range, because it's all going to connect. So every different piece also is always going to have a different effect of how it relates to a chemistry, because when people make metal, they were already chemists of science, but then they made the metal and it was a product of that level of association to science, you see. So when someone sees something in front of them, they might have a disability because they can't see that it's in one piece related to things that it will be God. Because if a lady was there and she was in the archive, you'd be like, man, she's a beautiful lady because she sees the different. But when women see what she's eligible for, she'll get paid for things that she could even get more. But she gets paid in men, you see, because that's why people be like, we see. But I don't do that because I used to be handsome. So the deficit of not having that same handsome, especially when you mention young ladies, someone could have had a girl when they was young, a Wendy bone, and they eat the pretzel and the love. But what if a young man was like, I wanted to have that touch in my life, but someone try to portray themselves as being able to achieve that? That's not related to other women and what they want to achieve, that someone tries to get defensive on other people. I had my first apartment when I was 17, little bro. That's why some people might get offended at the poetry, because everything I speak, I could also back up with Bible in my fights, because the Bible says he reigned a man, not a little boy. And God said, gird up your legs, bro. Don't tell nobody, blame nobody else for you trying to tell people you didn't want to compete for the prize that you say was not existing. I know my prize. I know what I'm worth, bro. I know what I dream about in life, especially in America, bro. I can see if this was Africa or this was some type of nigga, like some type of Eddie, some type of ratchet nigga. But when it's real life and the American privilege in my time and age, I'm finna reach for my star, bro. You ain't finna stop me. Sometimes people might even have a negativity, or they might have a something that they try to stalk and say there's a similarity. Not every player is the same champion, bro. That's why when I reach for the stars, I also speak my image of my age that was associated to that. I don't speak of something that people claim is not true and can't be measured. I reach for my championship, bro. I reach for my rights. So some niggas will even claim they try to murder niggas without a right. I'll be like, that ain't my American confident with this. You know that, bro, listen to me, bro. You stay thinking you was a big nigga finna kill nigga for free, like you some type of unidentified America. Let me tell you, people in America, that was the Civil War and the American Revolution, little bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The character of God exists in America, not just the structural system, bro. Sometimes you have to fight with the heart, not with all that big shit, nigga. You see what I'm saying, bro? When David fought Goliath, it wasn't about being big, nigga, bro. It was about having a spirit of God that discerned what God was eligible from that love, bro. It's not falsely representing the image and time of God like it's some type of chemical metal that can't be understood. The difference of the judgment and the sovereignty of the Lord and the fruits of the raisins and grapes and the apples and things that exist in beauty that I might not be eligible for with this new age image, bro. I used to look like a young man, like my parents had me out of the good season, bro. It's not even like they was saying he not gonna be eligible for a sport. He not gonna be eligible for a basic truth. By the time I'm 15, my parents may be eligible for the 5 stages, bro. So when you see a nigga at level 5 and he's not even eligible for 1 stage, I ain't finna put him down, but I'll be like, man, at the same time, in my nationalism and my liberty at that time, I should be able for 3 pieces at least, bro. So if anybody talking about it's not true, I'm finna give him no pieces, that's when I get an American liberty and I say, man, bro, something ain't right in this language, bro. That's how it go. So some people will even get property, and some of the people will be like, wow, these people have property over you. I'm just telling you, sometimes in America, some niggas don't get the same rights as people socially. Some people, Indian man will be a property real estate, and he'll give a little nigga a little apartment, won't even give a real nigga nothing. That's why some people as individuals in history, they don't realize this is common in American character. Some people with green eyes in American history, they not nobody gonna give them a packet for free. They might have to stand outside of the building. They might have to make the building into a 5-nation building. 1 apartment in Germany and not 1 community in the lower city of Lincoln from the return to the German tablet smartphone, you see, smartwatch. So I don't understand like why when niggas have a smartwatch, people will be like, oh, just get him another one, but only if it has value. What if someone bought something for $1 million and they shitted on it? But what if someone bought 3 small pieces and it became a multiple because they would start saying, hey, I understand the watch because it's just a watch, you know, but what if someone started saying, oh, don't put my pink German strawberry on it, you see? So sometimes people will start saying, oh, she's getting paid for cooking for the nigga. She's getting paid for him laying in the bed. She's getting paid for her praying in the different language and severing and still holding the moral of prayer, but someone saying, oh, she can't get paid because niggas is trying to scam her, saying that they are the same or they are something. You could be in the same box and be from a completely different product line, bro. When you have to make people think people are afraid of you, you was not in the Civil War in that community, bro. We had to measure that when you say that you people can't get a law because you claim that people is afraid of you in America for what if the Civil War existed, but you weren't in there. I joined the Air Force when I was 19 representing my nation, not the war, bro. Little bro. Some niggas could even be in the warfare, but they just one of these niggas that don't have no God and I'm trying to kill people and say that they're a nationalist. Murder is not what I represent in my nation. I represent the freedom and longevity, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not everybody in America had to go. Some of these niggas, yeah, they getting these nigga property, but once they start talking about niggas got to go to war and a draft, I'll be like, okay, I'm an American, I'm a national, but when I start saying I didn't get that property, I don't even get no fuck. I fight for my damn nation when the fuck it's time. That's why as longer niggas do that, it will be good. Because some people don't realize, even in America, the army is a privilege. Some of these niggas will be low. Some of these Africans will have the same apartment as nigga, the same property as a nigga. That's not how I live in America. I fight when it's time with the privilege of the man who made that military. Some nigga will even try to hide from the military. They don't even see that real niggas will go there for the peace of God in this nation, for the manhood of the reverse, you see? So when these niggas start trying to stalk here and live in this bed, this is a different type of bed that was raised from. So you people didn't know that I might have people in my family who was related to painters, architects, gardeners, house builders. It wasn't just a nigga who was educating the community, saying that they want to put a boundary in frame because they can't figure out the longevity and the colors of Joseph's Joseph's robe when they say it can't be identified. The word of the Lord and the prophet of the privilege of God. Some people will say that the Bible was persecuted. Count it joy when you was counted worthy to be persecuted for God. Some people can't even speak in the spirit because they don't see it when it's the Lord. It's a privilege to have that number come to death for what a nigga believed and to live for a lie, claiming that people can't identify why someone will be in secret this whole time, claiming that a man had his first job, making his bed, working every single day before he did his technology and continued his technology, still joining the military in the draft, claiming he had an illness, first one in the line, saying, "Oh, I'm finna get my rights that I earn and fight for." You see. Some Africans will even take a right from people that don't even relate to the morale and belief and the history and the privileges and the inheritance of things that they claim is not godly, bro. I say I go 2025.